Hey guys, it's Retro. I'm going to walk you through a strategy that will completely change the way you farm breaches. By following this method, you'll maximize your loot, optimize your atlas, and ensure that every map you run is as profitable as possible. I hope you find these tips helpful, and if you please, give a like as it helps my channel out a lot. But continuing on, this guide is broken down into a clear step-by-step process. Even if you are already familiar with breaches, I encourage you to follow along closely because small optimizations can make a massive difference in the long run. We are trying to aim for more juicier drops instead of just splinters. We also want to have a minimum of at least 100% item rarity on your character, so make sure you have good gear with a decent amount on. If you're new to mapping and breaches, I suggest checking out some other mapping videos to learn about the mechanics, as this can be a little confusing if you're not familiar with the end game. So let's get started. Step 1. Selecting the right mapping area. The first and most crucial step in this strategy is choosing the right location for your breaches. You don't want to place them randomly. Instead, you want a concentrated area of lost towers that are close together. Ideally, you should find at least 5 lost towers in proximity. Why is this important? The more lost towers you have clustered together, the more efficiently you can stack your breach effects. The modifiers you apply will cover more maps at once, increasing their effectiveness. You'll waste fewer valuable resources on maps that won't yield great returns. To find your ideal location, scan your atlas and mark areas with multiple lost towers near each other. Once you've done that, it's time to move on to the next step. Step 2. Optimizing your breach tablets. Your breach tablets play a critical role in this strategy. You don't want to use them as they come. You need to refine them to maximize loot drops. The most essential mod you're looking for is increased quantity of items found in maps. This mod is a game changer. Why? It increases the number of items dropped by monsters inside the breach. It boosts currency drops, item drops, and splinter yields. It affects every aspect of your loot gain, making it one of the most powerful modifiers available. If your tablet doesn't have this mod, don't use it immediately. Instead, use the forging bench to combine 3 unwanted tablets into a new one. Keep doing this until you get a tablet with quantity. Since you'll be running breaches regularly, you'll gather plenty of tablets, giving you more opportunities to re-roll and obtain the perfect modifiers. Step 3. Efficiently placing your tablets. Now that you have the right breach tablets, it's time to place them strategically. When setting up your atlas, hold off on activating your lost towers until you've mapped your path efficiently. Why delay activating them? You don't want breaches spawning on maps that are difficult to run efficiently. By waiting, you ensure that breaches appear only in maps that are optimized for farming. This helps avoid wasting valuable breach opportunities on bad layouts. A useful trick is to force a bad map to absorb a breach by entering and exiting it. This wastes a breach on a less desirable map, ensuring that your better maps get the best modifiers. If you really dislike certain layouts, such as maze-like or overly complex maps, consider skipping them entirely to focus on high-efficiency maps. Step 4. Stacking lost towers for maximum effect. Another key reason why we want lost towers close together is because of an important Atlas passive mod. This mod increases the effectiveness of waystones for each lost tower that affects a given map. This means that stacking towers together significantly amplifies their benefits. To maximize this, follow these guidelines. Use waystones with increased quantity, increased rarity, and increased rare monster count. Anoint maps with delirium for even more monster density and loot. Ensure that all your high-value maps are covered by multiple towers. With this approach, even maps that don't spawn breaches will still benefit from the increased quantity bonuses, ensuring that every run is worthwhile. Step 5. Choosing the best Atlas passives. Your Atlas passive tree plays a major role in how profitable your breach farming will be. Here are the key nodes you should take. Interdimensional Assault increases the number of monsters in breaches, making each breach significantly more rewarding. Sustained Siege for slower builds helps with breach sustain if you don't clear fast enough. Additional breach chance. This node grants an extra breach, massively boosting loot. Monster density and loot nodes. More monsters, shows more loot. Prioritize nodes that increase density. Step 6. Surviving breaches efficiently. Breaches can be deadly, especially when stacked with multiple modifiers. One key survival trick is to use an Omen of Return, or similar items that restore your health and mana when you drop to low life. This can save you from unexpected deaths and ensure you don't lose progress. These omens are relatively cheap and can be purchased for a few exalts. Given the amount of investment you're putting into your maps, spending a little extra to ensure survival is well worth it. Step 7. Leveraging local knowledge for biome-based drops. Certain maps have designated biomes, which influence the types of loot they drop. The key biomes to target are swamp and water biomes. These provide some of the best drops overall. Grass biomes. These focus on socket currency such as jeweler's orbs and gem prisms. Cross biomes. These drop perfect jewels, which can be sold for a hefty profit. Some maps contain multiple biomes, making them even more valuable. Examples include Decay can have grass plus swamp, RE can have grass plus swamp, Sea Pitch can have grass plus swamp. By taking the local knowledge passive node, you can maximize the benefits of these biomes and extract even more value from your maps. Conclusion: execute the strategy and profit. If you follow these steps correctly, your maps will look completely different. Instead of small, inconsistent drops, you'll see entire screens filled with loot. To summarize, find a cluster of lost towers. This is your foundation. Optimize breach tablets. Only use those with increased quantity. Strategically place tablets. Ensure the best maps receive the benefits. Stack lost towers. Maximize the effect of waystones. Choose the right Atlas passives. Prioritize monster density and additional breaches. Use survival tools. Equip omens to avoid death. The Omen of Amelioration costs around 70 exalted orbs, which is not bad currently. Definitely leverage biome-based drops. Pick maps that offer the best loot potential. Using this method, you can achieve over 300% increased quantity on some maps, ensuring that every breach run is highly profitable. I hope you guys found some useful tips and can make more currency farming the mechanics. Please subscribe to the channel and give a like to help me out as a small YouTuber. I appreciate all your support. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.